Well, we've done it again, Jared. We've lured another unsuspecting victim into this hole.
Into the lair?
Yeah, I love the lair.
John Bohlinger, welcome to this place.
Hey, Tyler, Jared, thanks, man. I love being here with you guys.
Thank you, brother.
It's seriously, I feel like I already know you because I've been watching you on YouTube doing your rig rundowns, which maybe people will recognize you from, but we'll get to some of those stories. First off, I just wanted to know, how's it going?
Fabulous. I'm with an old friend and a new friend. We got guitars in our hands.
Yep.
We're in 615.
That's right.
Going to probably do some music.
Yes, man.
I think it makes me appreciate being with people and playing music live and seeing live music.
Yeah.
Last two sessions I did, several, I do a lot of times I'll do sessions where it's like 10 songwriters and we'll blow down 12 songs from, start at 10, done at midnight or 1, like blow them through.
Yeah.
But on the last two I've done, there've been a bunch of like these AI, Sonos songs. And I'll say, yeah, do that.
Well, it's funny you bring that up because I was just, before you showed up, a friend of mine, I was like, hey, Jared, I'm making a record. Maybe you could guest on it or whatever. He sent me the demos and they're all AI.
Yeah.
And the scary part was I played them for Tyler and Tyler's like, yep.
I was like, pretty tasty.
Pretty tasty.
Yeah.
And there was some weirdness where like, I felt as if like he must have typed certain things in. I sound like a caveman. But it's like, slide like Derek Trucks.
Yeah.
It's, woo. And I was like,
Cool little Chris Stapleton run on the vocal.
yeah.
Right.
It's wild the times.
So I write this column for PG, the back page of it, and a little while ago I wrote about what it was like. I don't know, like the. I was looking at I have a 52 Les Paul, and thinking this is a guitar that is what 73, 74
73,
years old?
74.
Yeah, 74 years old, And I was thinking about what is the Les Paul going to be like in 74 years? Because it will obviously be here in 74 years. It's not going anywhere.
Yep.
And I asked Grok, Perplexity, and ChatGPT. And they all sort of agreed that in the future, music will be more virtual, where people will say, give me a solo, give me a Les Paul sound like Jimmy Page and playing in the style of Jeff Beck or whatever. And that's put
a whammy bar on a Les Paul, and
yeah, exactly. But that's where they think it's going, which makes seeing music happen in real life just that much more important because people are going to just crave authenticity.
I know it's funny to say, but like I'm sitting here and I know you and the career that you've had and the things you've done. I'm looking at your guitar and I realized that all of those marks were put on there by you.
Yeah.
Even simple things like that of playing music. It's like, I love relic guitar. I think all that stuff's super cool, but it's like the human aspect of this is just, I don't know. I feel like it's just too powerful that sure, there's going to be phases of it where
Right.
AI will take over and things will happen, but you can't beat. And also the fact, for me, like I make more mistakes than I do, and it's like the mistakes kind of make the.
You know what though, Jared? That's what I love about your playing because you take chances and you go for shit. And safe players are boring. I mean, they're just not interesting, And to have guys that like go for it and try and do it, like Jeff Beck famously told Clapton, try and play something you've never played before. And man, and thing about you, you're so damn good, you always stick the landing. It sounds.
The thing about, any great guitar player, they can kind of fall down the stairs in the middle of it all if you end in the right spot.
Right.
It's kind of a great thing about all instruments and especially guitar because it feels like you can always get right there.
Yeah.
And it's a joy.
Yeah, it is. It is a joy. And it's like Miles Davis said a long time ago, he said, don't fear mistakes, there are none.
Right.
And I kind of hold that as a mantra, not just in music, but in life. Like,
That's a great one, man.
Yeah, like I spent a long time, early in my career, like wondering if I'm in the right place, should I be doing something different, and second guessing myself, and worried I'm doing the wrong thing. Then I realized, oh man, it doesn't matter,
Yes.
It will recorrect, and you will be where you're supposed to be if you just if your heart is pure and your and your eyes
must
are
be
open,
pure of heart.
Yeah, if your heart is pure and your eyes are open and your ears open, you'll kind of stick the landing.
Yeah, I feel like everyone, you're everyone's friend, whether they know you or not, because you have that personality that's just positive. You moved to Nashville, what, 30 years
33
ago?
years ago. 30
From Montana?
From Montana. Actually, gosh, now it's 34 years ago because I just turned 61.
You look great, bro.
Yeah, well,
What's your workout routine, man?
Well, I sleep in a vat of oil Valet, and I breathe through a straw.
Excellent. You're like Christian Bale.
Yeah, I do that. No, actually, I'm just, I don't know. I mean, like, I exercise and I do a lot of yoga and play a lot of music, and don't worry. The wonderful thing about Premier Guitar is I do get to meet all these incredible guitar players and real heroes of mine. And to see some of the older ones sort of, see their bodies kind of lock up, and where they can't do it anymore. And it's because there's an athleticness to it.
Right.
Yeah.
However, the really great ones, it doesn't even matter because they might play slower, but they know the notes. Mm-hmm.
They can still coax out what they hear in their head because they've been
Right.
doing it for so long. It's so exactly what we were talking about.
Ideas.
There might be some fumbling here, but they always end in the place that they're comfortable and.
Right. And it's again, it's just they are authentic players. They kind of pull a melody out of, I don't know, out of the universe or whatever.
So how long were you in Nashville before Premier Guitar started? Because like I said, that was my introduction to you.
Yeah.
That could have been maybe 12 years ago. Would
Yeah.
that make sense, the time?
Yeah, that sounds about
At least
right.
10 years where I've been on YouTube and I was watching those videos of yours before that.
I started writing for Premier Guitar. I didn't even know they had a online presence because, again, different age. I'm not really into computers and stuff. So
You are now.
Yeah.
You're literally in them.
So I really wasn't into that stuff, and I started writing a column just because I looked at it as kind of like crop rotation for my brain. All I did was play music, and I thought I've got to do something else to kind of heighten my focus. Because if I don't, it goes away. So I wrote some columns and wrote to and this is when you actually would, write to somebody. And I wrote to, I think, Guitar Player and Guitar World and Premier Guitar that had just started. And Premier Guitar said, yeah, we like these columns. We'll put you on as a columnist. So I did the column for, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years. And then they hit me up about doing this online gig. And at the time, I had a very lucrative music gig that I did not like. I'm not going to mention.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute.
Well, it was a lucrative gig, and I needed to get out of it. But at the time, I was married, and wives like insurance and stuff like that. So
Right. Important life things, I guess, that don't always matter to guitar players.
Yeah, exactly.
Where do I put life insurance on my board?
Yeah, right. Yeah, put it right after.
This is the tone sucking pedal.
Yeah, right. So anyway, they at the time they were kind of gearing up a little bit, and they had this big online thing that I again didn't know about it, and they wanted more of they had a host that for rig rundowns that was a woman.
Yeah, I remember.
Rebecca Dirks.
Yes.
Was her name, and I like I said, never watched them, wasn't aware of it.
Sure.
So, but they said, I think we need like a player to do this, and ideally somebody that can play and write and then do our reviews and stuff like that. So they offered me the gig, and I was able to quit this other gig, and I've been here ever since. And the great thing about it, Premier, I've always been able to tour and do whatever, so it works out really well.
What was your first rig rundown? Do you remember?
Yes, I do. It was Doyle Van Frankenstein of the Misfits.
Doyle Wolfgang von Frankenstein.
Yes. Yeah, and
That was the first one. Wow.
God, it was so great because I didn't know what I was doing, and the editor at the time said, ask questions about whatever. So I had this kind of list of questions, and he shows up in full, Doyle makeup, And he's like you. He's like this gigantic, muscular dude, very intimidating. Shirtless, makeup, shows up. And
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
yeah.
I got to go back and watch that one.
We're going to overlay this if you're watching this podcast.
Well, I asked him, I asked him the questions and I got done and I thought we should end. He goes, "Hey, what's the deal? I got my makeup on. Ask me some more shit." And so,
That's literally
okay.
Yeah, that's like the dream as an interviewer, I think.
yeah, it really was. It was great. So yeah, that was the first one and super fun. And most of them have been super fun.
What's the piece of gear, if one pops to mind, that has been the most impactful on you? It doesn't have to be like the craziest, most expensive thing, but is there a piece of gear you've seen in all these rundowns where you're like, ooh?
Tyler, I'm so easily swayed by things. I mean,
It was a Boss tuner, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. God, you can play.
TU3.
TU3, the Waza Craft.
Just to tell you how different this world is, when I moved to town, all I had a mandolin, a bass, a Telecaster, and a tuner and a PV amp.
That was it.
Nice.
It wasn't even an inline tuner. It was like a Korg, plug-in tuner. Gear was just not like.
Not like it is.
No, it wasn't that big of a deal. And I mean, there were the dudes that had the big refrigerator racks, but they were pretty rare in Nashville. And most of us, I mean, okay, here's my pedalboard. I got a delay and an overdrive and a tuner and a battery.
That looks like a hard drive.
It does, right? It does, yeah. Yeah, so, I'm, strangely enough, I'm not a huge gear guy, I guess. I did review something yesterday. It was the Earthquaker Devices Z Pre-Q Pre. It was a collaboration between Earthquaker and Dr. Z.
Oh, cool.
And it's just a tube, it's a tube preamp to make digital gear sound more like an amp, like something you want to plug into.
Oh, shots fired.
No offense.
No. I'll take it.
On behalf of the digital amp.
Well, I'll stand on that. No, come at me, bro.
You got tubes everywhere here. But it sounded great, and it was a great amp simulator. And I bought the Pog when it first came out, the kidney bean.
Oh yeah, dude.
Pog, and I've had a bunch of them since then. And I've hated all of them. I mean, I'd like them when I bought them, and then I'd play with them and this is terrible.
Yeah. I feel like so many pedals, I mean, and this is just, I guess, a hot take, but I was talking to Amanda about it yesterday. She's like, why do you see all these people and they have all these pedals and stuff? And I said, well, for the most part, you're going to click that pedal for 2% of your set, maybe 1%, when you click on a Pog or you click on an Octavia or a, you know what I mean? A lot of, and it's fun and I like it, but also that's why I'm just so meat and potatoes, because it's I can just quasi get that,
Right. Got that thing that we did at Gibson Garage. You just showed up with a guitar.
Yes.
Can I plug this into a microwave? It should be fine.
Well, dude, on New Year's, I went to Tahoe for a gig, and the guys
saw
I was
that.
playing with...
That looked cold, right?
It was very cold. But the guys I was playing with, I said, hey, what do you need me to bring? And the guy goes, well, I have my rack. I got a few Les Pauls. And I was like, do you have an amp? He's like, yep. I got an old Mesa Boogie. I was like, perfect.
Bang.
So I show up, plug the Mesa straight into this Epiphone Joe Bonamassa Les Paul, right?
Yeah.
Post it online. Yeah. And first off, just so everyone knows, he did not put the strings on correctly. There was a low E string for an A string. Those were swapped. Nice. Do you know that feeling where all of a sudden you're like, this is weird?
To play mean.
A G was a B, so he had two B strings. He was just, if something broke, he'd change it, right? Yeah. So I'm playing the guitar, and I was like, dang, this thing sounds pretty good. Post it online. Hundreds of comments and people going, dude, what is that? Because the headstock wasn't in there. Is it a 54,
what's that camo burst?
I was like, bro, it's got two B strings, a low E for an A.
Right.
It's an Epiphone plugged in through a Mesa that I didn't even think worked, and it sounded good.
Yeah.
It's sometimes you just roll with it. It's like getting in a car and it's I don't know what's in it, but I'm going to drive it and I'm going to tear it up.
Yeah.
Why'd you bring this guitar with you, by the way? I've never seen...
Oh, okay. Tell you got to check this. You guys got to check this out. It's not my best guitar, but it's my favorite guitar. If that makes sense. So it was a prototype of what Joe Glazer designed it with Gibson. It's the Music City Les Paul. And when Joe was designing it, he gave a couple prototypes to some B-bender and players in town he said, yeah, let me know what you think.
So you were a B-bender guy.
Oh, yeah. Well, as a steel player, as a pedal steel, I can't help, that's just what I like.
Yeah, I love
the
it.
heart wants what it wants. So, but he gave this thing to test drive, and I think if I left it alone, it might be valuable someday, but I did not. I changed it. It had P90s that just did not sound great, and they were very loud. So I put in.
Are those mini buckers?
Yeah, these mini buckers. That's a DiMarzio, and I think this is a Seymour Duncan. And I took some wood out right there to make it a little more ergonomic, and a little there.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
And then took out some wood right here. And these are all like ideas that I thought, hey, they should do this. Of course, they didn't, they didn't care. But the good thing is I jacked it up so much that they will never want it back.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, that's yours now.
It's torn up.
It's like that Black Star amp. I just painted all over it.
What's the story behind this thing?
Well, it's.
You said you had to plug it in. We had something else set up for you. You're like, well, in honor of Jared, we gotta.
Well, yeah, the Black Star.
Yeah, the
thing,
Black
dude.
Star situation.
Well, I heard Jared on his Black Star, like, oh my God, fantastic. And so I talked to those guys, but I wanted to find the lightest thing they made. And that thing is so light. I choose my gear by weight.
Everything is weight.
Yeah.
Weight.
That's been the greatest learning of the most rig rundowns of all time. It's like, well, how much does it weigh?
Yeah, exactly. But I again, in keeping with the, with the paint it and jack it up so they don't want it back, I painted all over that.
Now, dude, did this thing have I'm getting nerdy, but was the finish
No, it was
raw?
they were the ones they released actually had a maple fingerboard, and I think just a clear coat. I think it's ash. I don't know.
Did this have the pinstriping, or did you have that?
No. These are just a guy named Shane Six.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, he did.
Is he the cousin of John 5?
No, dude, it's Nikki's older brother.
Nikki
Dude.
6, never mind.
You guys are very clever.
You just interviewed John 5, actually. Did I see that?
He is so. When he opened with "How High the Moon"
Yep.
and just killed it, man.
Dude, I remember when we would be on tour, he would be on sound checking, and he would sit up there, and the band, at this point he had a trio. In the band, he would just start playing old jazz standards or songs from Hee Haw and stuff.
Right.
And the band was expected to play along.
Yeah, and they.
It was, but also his sound check, it'd be oh, John's gonna be at sound check from 3 to 4, it'd be 3 to 5:15, and I'd be looking at it, I'd be can we get our stuff on stage? The doors are gonna open.
Yeah, right. You'll do your play. You do your sound check. It's while you play.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's the plug and pray.
So wait a minute.
Plug and pray.
The B-bender stuff. Dude.
Oh yeah. So Joe built it with his bender, and they're just so much fun, man. Once you have it, you can't help it, and they're just super fun. And it's also great for slide stuff. It's like you have an alternative tuning without having to tune.
We should jam something with
Hey, okay.
Is there a particular key that works better? Is
yeah,
B the key for a B bender? Because that doesn't make sense to
He
me.
goes, whatever you do, don't go to B. No,
Yeah. Anything but I don't know, anything but say A flat.
Oh yeah.
Not A
how about
flat.
an
E flat. Anything but E flat.
A.
Yeah, I love A. guitars that are almost like a stray puppy that comes up and licks your hand.
And you're like, you're mine.
Yeah. The heart wants what it wants. So,
Yeah, that thing's awesome.
yeah, it's great. And it's light. Feel this thing, guys. It's like a very reasonable.
Oh, that's super light,
Yeah,
dude.
very reasonable weight.
Let's see.
And I was kind of disappointed with Gibson.
Do you mind if I set
man.
just give it a? I don't think I've ever really tried it.
Try that thing.
Give it a B?
You know what? Once you do, you will pull down on the strap of every guitar you pick up for the rest of your life.
All right, so it's gonna be the best.
Hey, B bender.
Okay, I got it. So the chords.
I like watching his face. He's like this.
I know. He's surprised.
Yeah.
He's surprised every time. He's like, wow.
Okay, so I can't do one of these. This is actually making my posture better.
It will. Yeah. Yeah. Tyler, your posture looks pretty good, though.
Okay,
Looking good, bro.
Looking good.
send it over that way. We love passing our
we
guest
like to pass
guitars around on this podcast.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's half the fun.
Oh yeah, it's cool.
There he goes.
Yeah. It's funny that guitar looks like a toy on you.
Dude, you got to put a bender in that thing next.
Yes. Yeah.
Could you imagine though, back in the day, who was the guy that was the big B bender? The dude from
Clarence White?
Clarence White, and then who was the other guy? Was he from the Byrds?
Yeah, Clarence
Right?
White, yeah.
And could you imagine seeing this for the first time? And you're like,
Yeah.
you're like, how did you do that?
Yeah.
Dude, that is awesome.
That's inspiration just built into the guitar, literally.
Yeah, it really is. So I don't know. When you're out of ideas, pull down on the.
When you're out of ideas, gouge out the back of your guitar and put a B bender in it.
Yeah, right. What could possibly go wrong?
So you were pedal steel before guitar, or
No. So I had this gig. There was a show on NBC called Nashville Star, and I was a band leader for that for all 6 seasons.
Wow,
and it was
that's
really
awesome.
fun. It's great because like Miranda Lambert came from that, Casey Musgraves, Chris Young. So we had
very cool.
Yeah, we had some really good artists. But in putting the band together for it every year, the network really wanted young, beautiful people, which is not surprising. And it was very difficult to find a young, beautiful steel player. Because it's an old.
They're all old and ugly.
Exactly, they're all old and ugly.
Old, ugly steel players.
They're not all old and ugly, but they're kind
We're
of
joking.
crusty.
They've seen some things to be able to rip those licks out, you know?
Right, and it's a
Those licks don't come for free.
Right, and it's a sedentary instrument, and it's kind of an old man, weird instrument. So I thought, God, if I learn steel, that will extend the life of my career quite a bit. And it's one of the few times in life I've been right. Because it really did, because at one point, like when I started like MDing a lot of TV shows, I was replacing the old gray-haired dude before me. But now that I'm the gray-haired dude,
You go, Father Time. No, you're
You're just gonna replace yourself. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, but now I get the seal slot because
exactly.
there's some young dudes.
So wait, you've done some like stuff for TV shows then too?
Yeah.
So that explains your kind of great hosting persona in the rig rundowns.
TV stuff I fell into in my 30s, you know.
Okay.
And I've been the music director on the CMT Awards for like 16, 17 years, something like that. I can't
That is
remember.
awesome.
And once you get in that slot, you get more calls because it's such a specialized skill set. And it's really about just getting arrangements that cut well on TV and are kind of exciting, and being able to condense a very deep track down to 6 players and sound like that. So that's the basics of it. And there's no there's no hosting or talking to anybody because you're just playing
sure.
music. But you do have to interact with
You're in
artists.
that biz.
Yeah, in that biz.
Like your small talk game is, undefeated. Being able to, I'm just imagining, not that we've made any small talk, but you pick up ways to communicate with people.
We got to be able to roll with everybody too. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that is kind of you to say, but I never watch rig rundowns just because I can't stand to hear myself talk.
Really?
Yeah, I really do. In reviews, I'll listen just to see if the plane's okay. And then if I see something I hate, I'm like, okay, stop.
Dude, not to bring it up like in a bad way, but like, was there one rig rundown that you were like nervous for? Or
Lots of them.
That you were like, I can't believe I'm actually going to be hanging with so and so.
Oh, lots of them. Yeah. Lots of them. Because God, these are like, they're the greatest guitar players in the world.
Yeah, they're the best of the best.
Yeah, and that's why we did you twice, buddy.
You ran down that rig twice.
Yeah, and your rig.
And it was basically plug into this amp, and I'm going to show you some.
Unclimactic rig rundowns ever. Yeah, you got a guitar?
The first one, I think you had your Epiphone signature.
And I had my red Les Paul.
Yeah.
Now we were on the boat, on the Bonamassa boat.
That was your rig. I don't even know if you had a pedal.
I remember too when
Jared doesn't like a lot of stress in his life.
Dude, I try and keep it low stress, boys. Yeah, even when I come here and Tyler's got everything set up, I'm so happy. And he's like, I always look down and I'm like, wow, look at the candy.
I put a new little bowl of candy out every time.
That's new. What's that one?
Boy, give it a shot, man.
Should I give it a little taste? Here we go. Ooh. What is that?
One of my first pedals that I got given to me for YouTube from Brian Wampler.
Oh, nice.
Oh, dude, but now
It's
I'm
brown.
like a kid.
It's very brown.
I'm a kid and I want to hit the fuzz with it. I approve.
That's pretty good.
I love the Jared pedalboard is just dirtier, dirtiest, filthy.
I think we're on episode 21 now, so I'm really figuring out my friend over here.
Well, it's funny because even Tyler, like, we'll be when we did like a song in an hour and it was super fun. And I remember we came up with a tone for my solo and I was like, yep, just turn that up, more gain. I was like, oh, there's plate reverb, put that on. And I was like, God, I love that sound. And Tyler didn't even look up. He's like, yep, I know. That's
That's that sound you'd like dipping into. What is that when somebody designs someone else's closet and they're like, oh, this is what you need? Is that like a production characteristic?
That's the sound you like?
The whole internet thing, it's for my generation is internet famous is not famous. Doesn't mean anything. It has it has no currency with
your day to day.
with my group. Yeah. But I do love that I've discovered so many amazing musicians. Oh my God. And I love that it does away with the gatekeepers.
Indeed.
Anybody with a borrowed guitar and a phone can
do their thing
and gain a following. And man, I've learned so much. Like growing up in Montana as a kid, there were so few musicians, and like when I'd see somebody with a guitar, it's like a big deal, and I have to like ride my bike home and don't forget it.
Trying to ride on.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, the whole time I'm thinking, okay, it's kind of like a D shape, only you move it up the neck.
That's so funny. Greg Cox said the same thing. He would like sprint home after his guitar lesson to try and remember and make sure he had all his chords.
We're of the same vintage and of the same Frozen North.
Yeah, exactly.
Background, as are you.
Yeah, same Wisconsin. Yep. Yeah, that's so wild, man. Because like I think about that even now, and I think we're about the same age. But I learned everything off CDs. Mm-hmm. It was CDs and tab books, and that's what I would listen to. I'd go to Walmart and buy all the Best of the Blues CDs and stuff. So I didn't really learn anything off YouTube or any of that because like at my parents' house, like the computer was like It wasn't.
That was in the living room, and
yeah,
it was for like, I don't even
Windows
know.
98, and it was like my sister on chat rooms.
I played Minesweeper and stuff, you know, it was important for solitaire and other things, but not for going to mxtabs.net until much later. But what was your sort of influences when you started really getting serious on guitar?
Clapton, loved Clapton, I had my brother, I have a very cool, older kind of hippie brother that had all these great records. So Skynyrd, loved Skynyrd. I saw Eric Clapton in 1980, but when he's still drinking, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Different sort of style.
Different Clapton, yeah, yeah. And at the time he had Albert Lee in his band.
Cool.
And I think that I think EC may have over-imbibed a bit that day because he had Albert Lee open up and like play like 5 songs. Mm-hmm. And God, he was so good at just,
dude.
I've always been into country music, but when I heard him play, it just,
in the pocket.
It all clicked, man. I thought, oh shit, that's what I want to do. And then I went down that rabbit hole and then at Bee Benders, he had Bee Benders and Telly stuff and this kind of hot, you know, chicken picking stuff. So that Clapton led me to his Sideman.
Sure.
And that kind of, you know, became my North Star, I guess, for a while. And then, like we were talking about earlier, you kind of stumble into your own style through mistakes. Oh, yeah. You know, your finger doesn't go where you want it to. And it's like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, you play out all the time on Broadway.
Yeah.
What's your main gig? Kind of, I see you at Layla's pretty frequently. You're posting.
I do kind of all of them. And sometimes there'll be like pedal steel gigs one night and guitar gigs, sometimes mandolin stuff, you know. So yeah.
And you just got like 500 songs in your bank. You can,
well,
I mean, because that's a lot of songs to be able to be confident. I've sat in, but I'm like, give me the exact songs we're playing because I don't want, you know, it's a big contentious when I don't play the correct heart solo or something.
Oh yeah, well, trust me, I never play anything correct,
Even better.
Yeah. Well, you know, anybody can play songs, you know, right?
This is true.
Yeah, but to be thrown in the fire and just kind of figure it out on the go, that's like our Sudoku, right?
Exactly.
That keeps the cognitive decline at bay.
I was out one night. My mom came to visit Nashville, and this was maybe a year or two ago, John.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, she goes, I want to go watch music. And I was like, all right, well, let's like.
Have I got the place for you?
Well, I was like, let's go to Broadway or whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember we parked the car, and the first thing I saw was John tuning up a pedal steel. And I was like, John. And you're like, what are you doing? And I was like, are you about to play? And I was like, Mom, this is where we're going.
We're going to see this music.
But all I can say is I watched him do his thing with the band you were playing with, and it was so cool to watch you like in real time. It's not your first time around the block, so you're able to like roll with whatever they throw, and you were doing it. Take a solo, you're like, yep, got it. It was awesome.
You know, man, I remember that. I remember seeing you with your mom, and it reminded me of my mom when she used to come to Nashville, and that was like her. I mean, she was the one that would stay at the gig to the last note.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like could not get enough.
It's so cool.
Yeah, that's really sweet. Switch guitars.
Musical guitars. Go.
Do we switch seats, or do we just stay in the same seat?
No, we keep them.
Good, I love it.
Yeah.
All right, you got a little grid on there.
Okay.
We got different rigs.
Okay, you've got whatever this is.
All right.
we switch again?
Yeah, I think we need to.
You know what?
Dude, I went all Stevie on it.
Oh shit, I loved it. That's the first time I have seen you
With a Strat?
with a strap. God.
Dude, when I was a kid, Stevie was my first.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay, should we try? Let's try a different groove this time, just for
That one
funsies.
around the corner there. I'm gonna tip the amp. There we go.
Dude, I can't do the beat bender because everything I want to do, I just want to keep going. It's awesome.
Hey, okay, so tell me about that crazy ring thing you.
Yeah, explain the ring. Have you ever explained the ring?
It's the back of the ring, dude. All I do is I think, remember Skinner when they play like Freebird? And all
Hell yeah! Right.
The first time I saw it though, it was Stevie Ray. Anyone look up, I swear, I couldn't sleep at night when I was a kid. It was Austin City Limits, Riviera Paradise, 1989. Stevie Ray is playing, and at the end of the song, he's going like. He has his ring, but he does like that, right? And the band's holding the E, and it was like the most beautiful, like. And he hits it perfect. You got to put it on the screen. Remember I saw that and I started to hear the Skinner thing and I was like, I thought about like Les Paul and all those old school dudes.
Yeah.
Like tape and
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I just started to do it.
I love it.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Did slide come before or after the B-bender for you?
Before. Yeah, before. And that was just like playing clubs when I was a kid. The great thing about like Montana when I was a kid is the drinking age was 19. And if you were 12, you looked 19.
You're good enough.
You were in, right?
Yeah, so you could play clubs, very early. So I played clubs a lot and just started, when you're playing a 4-hour gig as a child, you kind of experiment. So there'd be all these shot glasses up on stage and began, playing with shot glasses.
Yeah, you're like, all right, let's see what this does.
Yeah, that's okay.
Absolutely.
So what's on the horizon for you? You literally just put out another rig rundown yesterday. More rig rundowns, more jamming on Broadway, more.
I've got a cool thing. There's a longtime buddy of mine, Eric Ritchie, is doing this show that is a Route 66. It's like 10 celebrities in great classic American cars driving Route 66. So it's going to be from Chicago all the way to LA, I guess, or Vegas. So there's going to be a house band and we're going to film shows along the way. And man, actually,
Dude, that's cool.
That would be a cool thing for you.
Dude, let me know. I got a car. I'm ready.
Yeah, you know, and I
This podcast is really paying off, bro.
Yeah, dude, let's go.
Well, I hit up Bonamassa when I first heard of it. I was like, man, I think this could be your thing. It's cars, and there's going to be some guitars.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and he said, yeah, it sounds cool, but I didn't hear again. He's got stuff.
He may have one or two things on his
He's
plate.
got stuff. But I'll keep you posted. So that's a cool thing that's coming up this year. That'll be a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he's a guy, Eric's the guy that was producing this James Burton kind of documentary
Cool.
series. And we did a thing in London a few years ago with Summer Before Last with James and like all these great guitar players. So I think this show will bumper into a final Vegas performance with James Burton. So
Wow.
that's on the horizon. So that'll be fun. And other than that, just Premier Guitar and more less glamorous gigs.
They're all glamorous.
You know,
If you love guitar,
I would say as long as this is in my hands, not your guitar, John,
Right.
but as long as this is in my hands, honestly, I'm having a great day.
right. Yeah, players only love you when they're playing.
that's true.
As the great Stevie Nicks would
What
say.
a world this is.
No, that's awesome, man. Well, I'm such a fan of you, and I know Tyler is, and I feel like the guitar world is a fan of you. I think that you're a beacon of light, and
We all support this business with what we put out, and you've been putting out such awesome stuff and just making everyone love guitar, and that's what I love to do. So I've tried to follow in your footsteps without even realizing it, man. Huge influence.
I
and I
feel
hope that
so
when I'm how old are you,
moved.
63?
61, yeah.
You're 61. I hope when I'm 61, I look half as good as you do, Joe.
Oh God, are you kidding? Yeah, you're gonna look like that.
I'll take it.
Right there, and it's all good.
Tyler, well, I imagine you'll probably look like that, given how medical advancements and all that.
Right.
stuff.
I should live to be about 220 or something.
You're gonna get like your blood transfusions and like.
Sleep in a vat of oil.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm going to take your advice.